authorities. Please refrain from booing, taunting, or intimidating the officials and opponents. Such behavior is unfriendly and unacceptable. Please respect the integrity and judgment of game officials. They are doing their best to promote the shooting athletes and the game. Be a positive representative of your school community. Please stand for a moment of prayer. Remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. Heavenly Father, we praise and thank you for the gift of life, which we abundantly enjoy this evening. May our cheers be a song of praise and thanksgiving for all the many blessings you have bestowed on us, and may all the efforts made tonight be offered for the glory of the name of Jesus Christ, your Son, our Lord. Amen. Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. Now let's meet the starting lineups for the visiting Bishop Connell Knights. At forward, number 0, class 18, Sean Mills. At guard, number 2, class 20, Micaiah Simmons. At guard, number 22, class of 2018, Brittany Kirkland. At forward, number 23, class of 2019, Anna Opus. And at center, number 44, class of 2019, Simone Edmondson. The head coach of the visiting Knights is Miss Abby McNamara. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your host, the Bishop McNamara Lady Mustangs. Out forward, number 22, freshman Taylor Benson. At guard, number 24, sophomore Madison Scott. At guard, number 1, sophomore Leah King. At guard, number 2, junior Aliyah Lagaru. And rounding out the score lineup for your host, the Lady Mustangs, at guard, number 11, junior Nakia Brown Turner. The head coach of the Lady Mustangs is Mr. Frank Oliver Jr. He's assisted by Evan David, James Marshall, and Erica Simpson. The referees for tonight's contest are Lisa Dubin, Yolanda Williams, and Lori Collins. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the ball game.
And we are live. This is CJ Productions. I'm Shanice Lee, and I'm joined by Dimitri Antonio. Dimitri, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How everybody doing out there tonight?
I'm sure they're doing well, ready to play, watch this game. Tonight we have a great contest for you. We have the Bishop O'Connell Knights against the Bishop McNamara Mustangs. So a little bit of review for you. O'Connell's 11-4 and BMHS is 13-2. O'Connell's coming off a win against Carroll 67-41 with their top scorer being Bree Per Pignan, and she's averaging 16.5 points per contest. Bishop McNamara 13-2 coming off a massive blowout against Holy Cross 102-36.
That was an impressive game. I know they're looking to keep the momentum up here today.
Tip to King, layup, it's good. Quick one by Matharu.
The offense quick, right off the tip right there.
Mustangs quit, and the referee stopped the action. I believe there was a problem with the game clock. Still 8 minutes left.
Yeah, they scored before they had a chance to even start the clock.
Just that lightning fast.
And I think trying to figure out how long that play took. Couldn't be more than 2 seconds, I think.
Yeah, because it was as soon as they hit the ball
It was in.
from tip. Just a little bit of review while we wait. Brown Turner coming off a 25-point game. Sophomore Shannon Hayes, 16 points off the bench. McNamara quickly bringing on the trap. Matharu gets her hands on it. She's in trouble. Able to get it to number 2. Trapped in the corner. Matharu all over it. Almost picks her pocket. There to King there. Matharu coming backside. Scott's there. Pass down low. Quick pass for a layup. Mishandled. Matharu saves it. Quickly to Gibson.
That was an impressive pass from almost on her knees. That was a great outlet pass. It almost made it. Luckily got a tip there, but doing a great job of getting grimy and getting those loose balls early in this game.
Matharu taking the ball out. Quick pass to Brown. She attacks. Splits two defenders and one. Count the bucket. Brown Turner headed to the charity stripe.
She got that ball. She had her mind made up. She knew the move she wanted to go to. Saw the space in the lane. Executed. Now she's going to the line for a 3-point play. She converts that at the line. She called brings the ball in. Trap in the half court. Before the half court. She's trying to struggle to get it in. Moving around past half court. She seemed to carry the ball there. Ball went out of bounds. That defense is hounding right now for the Mustangs.
As an offensive player, you cannot dribble to the sideline. You have to keep the ball in the middle of the court because the sideline acts just like a defender. O'Connell on the man-to-man defense. Ball to Gibson. Back to Matharu. Scott. Brown Turner. She attacks. Pulls up. Off the mark. Rebounded by King. She goes up strong. Misfires. Scott with the rebound. Kicks to Gibson. She's hacked. And guess what? We're heading to the charity stripe again.
I like the ball movement. They're really working on the boards, but Madison Scott got that ball. She could have went up. Instead, she found the open shooter, and now she's going to the line. I know. I'm sorry about that. I know Gibson was looking to finish that, but she's going to the line. And she misses her first one. She had a pretty good look at it, but just couldn't convert. She has one more free throw here.
Off the mark, and Brown Turner almost came away with that rebound.
Yeah. Unfortunately, 2 misses there at the free throw line.
Trap immediately. Surveying the court, gets it to the middle. They're on the run. Great pass down low.
Moving back for King. Aaliyah bringing the ball up. All the way to the rack. Couldn't finish. Scott with the ball passes out. Nakia head fakes and gets a nice mid-range shot that goes in.
That was a great head fake to create that space. Definitely opened her up. And it's picked off by Gibson. Matharu on the run. 2 defenders. Splits them. A travel is called, but I do not agree with that one.
I heard the 1-2 and the ball went up there. I think the referee didn't like how she went from one side of the paint to the other.
Exactly. She might not be used to that Euro step. Yeah. And plus, Matharu has lightning speed. So that didn't help at all.
Exactly. With that momentum, you take 2 steps, you can cross some ground pretty quickly.
So the action here, Dimitri, how do you like the action so far from the Mustangs?
I like this defense right now. They're coming out with the press early on, making it difficult for them to even try to find shots, get them moving fast, and that's what happens when they're moving fast, scrambling to find shots. Now the defense is scrambling. It can trap you in corners or it can force turnovers. So right now they're up 7-0. I think defense needs to continue to be a staple and get a couple more easy shots in transition.
We have Knight's ball under the Mustangs basket. The Mustangs bringing on this press. Ball's in, immediately trapped. Back to the inbounder. Advanced pass. And she attacks, loses the ball. Mustangs ball. That's a great job. That's all you can ask for is defense.
Leah has a really good, quick hand. She's able just to get her hands in there and hit the ball and affect the ball handler's dribbling without actually touching her. She brings the ball up here. They can set the offense up, gives it to Scott.
King down low to Gibson. Goes up and it's good. And excuse me, that was Brown Turner for 2.
It's a confident shot there, knowing she's bigger than the defender.
She's trapped with nowhere to go. A foul is called. King gets called with that ticky-tack reach-in foul.
And she didn't have to. She could have just stood her ground there. She didn't even have to reach for that ball. That defender didn't have anything to do with it. That ball.
Ball in the middle. Back up top. Ball inside in the sweet spots. Drop steps off the mark. King with the rebound to Madison Scott. She attacks. Takes some contact. Gets her own rebound. And one.
That's tough. Way to get that. I thought she wanted that first one, but follows her shot right there. Gets the shot going to the line. That was an impressive take right there. Going almost coast to coast. Just a quick pass, but she was determined. The way I saw on the rim, I didn't think it was going to win in. I looked away at it. I thought it was going to go the other way. They convert that free throw for Scott.
Ball being inbound, immediately trapped once again. Survey splits the trap. Foul is called. I didn't see much contact.
Yeah. Referee caught that reach around, I guess, from the behind. She beat the trap a little bit.
O'Connell with a sub. That's number 0, Mills.
Sean Mills.
Perpignan bringing the ball up. Back up top, nearly stolen by Matharu. She stops, she pops, and is way off the mark. Barely grazes the rim. King brings the ball up, surveys the floor, sees Gibson. Gibson to Brown Turner. Brown Turner to set up the offense. She attacks. Spin move. Kicks out to Scott. Scott attacks. Takes contact. And they call it on the floor.
But that was a beautiful job getting the ball and putting the shoulder down and driving right now. She's doing a good job of staying under control as she drives to the rack, using her power but not towering over defenders and getting charge calls.
I'm loving Scott being on attack mode this early in the game. Ball's in the Brown Turner. Kicks to Gibson. 3 ball. Off the mark. Rebounded by number 24, Hovis. Goes up, Euro step, way off the mark. Brown Turner on the boards. Quick pass to King. Picked off by number 0, Mills. Quick pass to Leverone. Doesn't commit to the 3. Travels. And they call it carry. Either one, Mustangs ball.
This defense has been impressive here. I'm interested to see if they can keep this up and actually keep O'Connell scoreless in the first quarter. 4 minutes left here.
Matharu bringing this ball up. Score is tallied 12-0. Brown Turner with the cut to the basket. Travels called.
Interesting travel call. I thought she took one dribble and passing that one out.
quick advance pass. Gets Matharu up on her feet. Pass down low to the sweet spot. Drop step. Kicks out for three. And it's good. Finally on the scoreboard for the Knights. That was number 22 per Pignan.
She get up, setting her sheet and pulling that shot. Setting her feet there, pulling that shot.
We're going to see her put a lot of points on the board. She's the Knights' leading scorer with 16.5 points per game.
She's going to have to be confident here to keep it in the game against the Mustangs.
Scott. Quick pass to Brown Turner. She jab steps. Rebounded by number 24, James. Matharu stops the ball. Back up top. 3-point off the mark. King with the rebound. She dribbles the ball up.
2-on-2 here. She takes her defender and finishes right over top for a good finish for King.
For Pignan bringing the ball up.
Oh, nice. Telegraph that. King going all the way with this one, but still doesn't finish and commits the foul after she was hustling for her rebound. I know she wanted that shot. She just short. She had the shot and just a little short off the glass right there.
On the other side of the court, that was a very bad telegraph pass. We saw it was coming from up here, and we're not even in the game action. King just dropped back and waited for that one to hit her hands.
Almost like defensive backward, almost like a safety game interception. Defender in the paint, screaming for the ball. She finally gets it. Tries to go baseline. It's an off rebound for King. Aaliyah corrals there. She's bringing it up now. Picking up some momentum. Drops through. Gets fouled. No call. And the ball goes to the Mustang. There's a lot of contact right there. It's a lot of contact.
And actually, I believe that was a makeup call because there was a foul down low, and the Knights clearly tipped that ball out. But I'm guessing because she didn't call that foul, she gave Mustangs back the ball. Madison Scott, she attacks, kicks out the Hayes from the elbow, off the mark.
Nice pass from Scott. Wish that shot could have dropped for Hayes. Nice defense here.
Swing around the arc. Long three. Off the mark. Rebounded by number 24. Scott comes away with it. Gibson running with her. Quick pass. Loses her footing, but Hayes is there. Now Brown Turner's there. And they bring it back out. Looking to slow it down to set up an offense. Madison Scott attacks, gets the step, weaves her way in, and that layup is good.
Madison Scott's playing at a high level right now on offense and on defense. She's finding shooters. She's being confident, looking for her shot. She's playing really well here in this first quarter. Gibson looked a little shaken up on that missed layup she had. I think she's okay working it out. Goes baseline here. Gibson with the help defense. Foul called. Nice to be going to the line here for two.
We're seeing the Mustangs get it done on each side of the court right now.
There's a lot of confidence on the floor. I think each player believes in each other out there, and they believe in themselves, so they know anything they do, their teammates have their back end, and they're looking for their teammates to make good shots. So right now they're playing at a really high level as a whole unit out there. There's substitution right now. St. Cyr's coming in. Jakia Brown taking a break.
That free throw's off the mark. Scott with the rebound. Hayes bringing the ball up, throws the brakes on to Matharu. She attacks. Quick pass to Gibson. And that's off the mark. Rebounded by number 24, James.
That was a good quick shot for Gibson. He didn't go in right here. Now on defense, have an open shooter.
Ball is swung around the perimeter. Three is up, and it's good. That shot was made by number 3. St. Cyr, but Madison Scott with the recovery.
She comes out of nowhere and grabs that rebound. That was impressive. I didn't even see her streaking down. All of a sudden, I just see her with the ball. Now she's going to the line. This is her quarter right here. This is an impressive quarter.
The way she caught that ball at its highest point, she almost could have put it right back in without even coming down.
Makes her first free throw at the line. Yeah, McPhail coming in from Matharu. Makes both the free throws here at the line.
St. Cyr on the top of this press. Hayes and Scott for the trap. Gets a hand on it. McPhail almost gets to it, but it's Mustang's ball.
Master Scott forced that error pass. She's trying to throw on top of her extended arms. Couldn't find a passing lane.
It's so hard as a point guard or a player that has the ball when you have somebody with so much length and then they put their arms out, cuts off all the passing lanes.
You can't even see them.
St. Cyr to McPhail. Gets in trouble. Gets it to Gibson. Ball's picked off by number 3, Hayashi.
Great defense. Gibson gets the ball right back and goes all the way. King finds open shooter. Hayes can't finish, but she scrappily gets the rebound. Loose ball there. Gives it back to Scott. Scott slowing it down for the team. Offense setting up here.
Scott, St. Cyr. St. Cyr's trap. Gets in trouble. Mustang's ball. When they're bringing that trap right there on the sideline, St. Cyr cannot hold the ball over top of her hands. She has to let it go or make a decision quickly.
Absolutely.
Hayes. Back to St. Cyr. She wasn't paying attention.
Get back on defense. Almost forces a miss, but they finished there. Way to concentrate and finish that layup for the Knights. Cutting the lead to 9 here in the first quarter. Leeds cut the 9 here in the first quarter, but this is still a very impressive first quarter for the Mustangs. Right now, Scott's playing at an extremely high level. I would love to see her keep it up going through the half. I think coach is going to keep her in the game. The energy and her vision right now is keeping her team with this nice lead.
We have Madison Scott going into the second quarter, with 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist.
That's impressive.
Like we said, she's been doing it offensively, defensively, and we're only going into the second quarter.
It was impressive. Last game she was nearing that triple-double, and then today she almost has a double-double in the first quarter. She's probably going to get in the second the way she's playing. She's playing at a high level right now, and I think it's just impressive that she keeps this forming. The Mustangs are going to be really, really hard to beat here tonight.
And they're playing at this high level. I don't see them letting nothing at all. They did give up some tough buckets. They had them early, 13-0 for a while.
But we're seeing it right now. The way that defense is set up, that it's really chaotic. So sometimes when you press like that, the only thing you leave open is sometimes shooters in the corner or shooters on the perimeter. Don't let anybody get any easy buckets. But if they're going to settle for those deep threes, challenge them. See if they can keep making them. You have to be an outstanding shooting team to continuously make these deep threes. Chances are they're going to miss some of them, and then that's going to equal easy points in transition.
Ball's in, Knights ball. Perpignan bringing the ball up. Mustangs looking to trap. That was a very premature call. The referee already knew what she was going to call before the trap even got there.
Before the contact was even made when they got there, The Mustangs still going to keep the aggression up, I believe.
Right back to the inbounder. She gets in trouble. Matharu gets her hands on it. Perpignan comes away with it. And I'm not sure what the call on the floor was. I missed it.
Yeah. But Mustangs ball here.
Matharu bringing the ball up. The Knights are still in a man-to-man defense. Matharu off the screen. 3-ball. Off the mark. Rebounded by James. Gibson picks the ball up.
The finish is right there at the rack. That was a pretty good finish right there for the Knights. Mustangs already back up with a quick shot. It's off. Rebound goes to the Knights.
Leveron bringing the ball up. Servan. McPhail on top of this one. She attacks, goes up, finds the crease.
Finishes. That's impressive. Second time she hit that Euro move right there, finishing strong. Knights are coming out hot in the second quarter.
That tallies the score, 18-13, Mustangs way.
It's a great way to respond as This free throw goes in for the Connell. It's a great way to respond after that first quarter to bring this game into 4.
Matharu gets it to McPhail. Back to Scott. The Knights has dropped back to a 2-3 zone, and they've extended it beyond the 3-point line. McPhail thought about the 3. Matharu attacked. Kicks to Scott. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Stops. Pops. McPhail. Very late whistle, but she is fouled.
She was fouled there. Good defense from the Knights, but the Mustangs been persistent right there. McPhail doing a great job of following the shot, being in the right place, right time to get to the line.
I would like to give a little credit to the Knights. They slow walked McNamara to get back into this game. Any other team coming into a game 13-0 and trying to match the Mustangs' intensity, that's a hard thing to do.
And she makes both her free throws there. Mustangs playing this defense. It's beat right now in the half court. Moving the ball around. Quick passes for the Knights. Turns and shoots. That shot's no good. Rebound goes to Brown. She's bringing the ball up. Cuts back towards middle lane. Through 2 defenders and finishes. 2 steps, but they call traveling.
If anything, if she saw a 3rd step, it was because of the foul.
Because of the bump, exactly.
But either way, I did not see the 3rd step. Perpignan bringing this ball down. Lollipop pass. Gibson couldn't get to it. McPhail picks her up. Pass down low. Mouse in the house. She gets it to go. Unfortunately, the smaller guard ends up on the biggest player on the floor.
Yeah. That was a good sight right there for the Knights. Find that mismatch down low. Mustangs moving the ball around. Scott goes inside. Quick pass to Gibson. And Gibson did travel there. She never put the ball down, move her pivot foot. That was a travel right there.
I believe that the Mustangs is letting this 2-3 make their offense very stagnant. 2-3 is the easiest defense to beat. All they have to do, drive and kick. Get the ball to the middle of the court.
Still for King there. Behind her. She stops and elevates. Madison working on the boards. Can't finish there. King working. Nice get the ball. Bringing the ball up. Number 1 looking to create some space. Hayes playing tight defense. Scott here for defense. No good.
Great over-the-top pass for 44. Edmundson couldn't quite finish. Brown Turner, she attacked, takes the contact off the mark. And that foul is on the floor. Score is 20-16 with 5 minutes and 21 seconds left in this second quarter. The next foul for the Knights will put the Mustangs in the bonus. So with that being said, everything should be attack, attack, attack for the Mustangs.
It's a good job of being consistent, even though there have been some travel calls and things like that. You still stay confident with your head down, looking to drive and create fouls. And she will be going to the line for this. For the 1-on-1, that first free throw was good. Makes both free throws here for Brown Turner. Nice bring the ball in.
Brings on the trap. Gets it to the sweet spot. Edmondson breaks it. Short corner shot. Off the mark. Rebounded. And it's good.
Down for the Knights. Way to finish. Being consistent on the boards there.
That was Hovis with that rebound and put that. Matharu serving. Hayes. Brown Turner attacks, kicks back out to Hayes to Matharu. 12 seconds on the shot clock. She attacks. Ooh. Great move.
Beautiful move from Matharu.
Very crafty Euro step.
With the ball fake mixed in there. That was nice.
Attacks. Great shovel pass down low. And Edmondson is able to finish. That was a great 2-man game right there. Brown Turner attacks. Traveling call. I'm sorry, but I'm seeing this call a lot tonight, and I'm not seeing half of the travels that they're calling.
They're calling them fast, and I'm assuming it has to be moving your feet before you put the ball type of thing, where they're seeing the key and calling it. I'm not sure if it's too many dribbles or I'm sorry, too many steps after your dribble, or it's that the fact that you're stepping before you dribble.
Pass to Edmondson, shot in the corner, long three, and it's good. Count it for number three. Hayashi Brown Turner, stop and pop. Everyone gets a hand on it. Matharu with the rebound, brings it back out. Smart move. 23 seconds to get a great shot.
Absolutely. Mike's doing a good job making this a game here, making the Mustangs work for it in the second quarter.
Hayes sizes up her defender, kicks to Scott. Hayes, cross-court pass to Matharu, thought about the three, 4 seconds left. She attacks, takes the contact, hit it to the charity stripe for two.
That was a great job of finding the actual best shot right there at that time. That deep three, she thought about it, but the defender did a good job of closing out. But it worked out for the best. That drive there to get to the line was a much better opportunity here for Matharu. Taking a break here. O'Connell's doing a good job of making this a game for the Mustangs, making them work for it here in the second quarter. I think it's good for them. Matharu makes that free throw. You don't want to blow everybody all the time. You don't want to get in the habit of every game. You just
they're trying to give us a good game tonight.
Exactly.
Coach looks like he's making some changes on defense. Matharu hits the second. Hayes on the top of this defense. Cross-court pass. Thought about the shot. Kicks it out. Brown Turner.
Great hand.
She's on the run. Kicks out to Hayes. King. Great pass down low to Brown Turner. Misses the shot. Edmondson with the rebound. That was great sharing the ball, but on that play, somebody has to be selfish and put the ball in the hoop.
Also,
I think she thought she was fouled on that play. Gets a rebound, goes up for another one, and gets that one to go. Matharu bringing the ball up. Scott attacks, kicks to Hayes.
Nice bounce pass in the middle. King shoots that shot right off the backboard. It goes in. Hayes with a nice bounce pass to find King there for the easy jumper. Beat the press here. The Knights looking for a shot. She stops and gives it to the post player. She passes it back out. Head fake, passes the ball. Open corner shot. It is off. King with the rebound. Brown Turner bringing it up. One-on-one now. I think she may go. She slows it down. Pass to Leah. She pulls a three. It's no good. Stops the ball there with that quick foul after that miss.
Couple of subs in for the Mustangs. We have Gibson checking in for Hayes and St. Cyr checking in for Matharu.
Leah Matharu. The first. Team 7.
So the Knights are doing a pretty good job making this a game. What do you think the keys are why they're able to bring this game to 3 or 4 here? I'm sorry, 2 here after that free throw.
Just fight and grit. It's easy for a team to lay down and know that you have a 13-2 Mustangs top-ranked team. It's easy to just come in and fold. I believe that the Knights have something to prove, and they want to prove that they can play with the big dogs. And we're seeing that here.
Oh, telegraph pass. Masters got doing a good job with good hands getting that.
Brown Turner with the ball. St. Cyr. 2 minutes left in his first half. Brown Turner surveys St. Cyr. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. St. Cyr attacks. Blocking foul.
We've been seeing the Knights defense really forcing the Mustangs deep into the shot clock. Almost not gasping for shots, but really taking last-second shots here. Or not get to fine line, getting bailed out with some calls. But going to have to find some good offense here to beat this zone they're in. The first free throw is good in that one-on-one. He makes both those free throws right there for Sear. Knights bringing the ball up. Trying to beat this press here. Quick pass, she turns. Pass to the corner. Fakes a shot. Back to the top of the key. Takes one dribble to the free throw line and misses the shot. Makes some room with offensive rebound. Loose ball. Goes to King. Way to work on the boards. It looked as if the Knights almost had the offensive rebound, but persistence pays off for the Mustangs.
The Knights stay in this 2-3. Pushes it out to the three-point line. St. Cyr to Madison Scott. To the corner to Gibson. Back out to St. Cyr. In the sweet spot to King. Nice shovel pass to Madison Scott. I have to agree with that travel call right there. I believe that Madison Scott didn't realize how wide open she was.
Yeah, she shuffled her feet there, but she definitely had a nice shot from that pass.
St. Cyr, short corner shot, and it's good. Brings it to a 1-point game. Mustangs still on top. Scott to St. Cyr. To Gibson. Gibson back to Madison. Throws the ball away. Number 1, Liverone with the rebound. Off the mark.
It's no good. Gibson there for the shot. Makes it on a quick shot right there after the miss on the Knights. Bringing the ball up. On the wing there, Brown turning on the defense. Knights setting their offense up, trying to find a shot, swinging it.
Mustangs has dropped back to a 2-3. Swing around the arc. Back to the top. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pass down low.
Great defense from Gibson. Slides that ball up. Brown Turner has it with 3 seconds left. She's bringing it up, trying to create some space. She takes a shot, and it's off the backboard. Almost goes in there.
Score, Knights 29. Christian McNamara, Mustangs 32.
Dimitri Antonio, Shanice Lee. We're here with your halftime report. If you're just joining us, we're going to give you a little bit of a recap. We had the Bishop McNamara Mustangs coming out extremely strong, had the Knights down 13-0. Tell the people who's just joining us a little bit about what what has been going on that has the score 32-29 right now.
Well, pertaining to that first quarter, Madison Scott was a big player for the Mustangs in that first quarter. She was making a lot of plays, points, rebounds, finding open shooters. That second quarter, not to say the reason they came back was for that fall off, but she wasn't as aggressive, and that kind of left some opportunities for the Knights to come in here and make a play and bring the score to what it is now when they're only down by about 20 points. Is that right there? Only down about 5 points there, and it's because of that second quarter where there was some space there and they can make some plays. So right now the Knights are doing a good job of being gritty as a team, but I want to see the Mustangs really go back to their core players and them being able to make plays and keep playing their game, not feeling too stressed and not feeling rushed by the Knights zone.
I'm gonna see if you agree with me a little bit right here, Dimitri. We had the Knights playing man to man
Yeah,
defense, and the Mustangs was having their way. They were doing everything that they possibly wanted against that man to man defense.
yeah.
It was just a matter of one on one. Nobody can stick anybody man to man. But when they went into that 2-3 zone, that's when the Mustangs started unraveling a little bit
Exactly.
on offense. That 2-3 zone made the Mustangs offense very stagnant.
And that's a coaching change right there. So credit has to go to a nice coaching staff for really seeing the fact that they don't have the athletes that the Mustangs have to run up and down the court with them, and for them to just stick them one on one, but putting them in the zone and making them make decisions other than just being athletes. So now you have to think about my pass and think about the shot rather than just free flowing playing out there. So it's a great coaching job, and that might be the exact reason why they're able to cut into that lead and have their score where it is here at halftime. But if you're just tuning in, the game and the score was not that way in the first quarter, and we saw that game trending up for the Mustangs. But Knights did a good job of staying down and staying gritty and being able to keep this a close game here at halftime.
We're about to head back out. We have about 2 minutes left until we get into the second half of action. I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of stats. Scott has 9 points,
Yeah.
7 rebounds right now. Brown Turner is even with Scott with 9 points, and King has 6 rebounds right now. Madison Scott looking like she wants to get another double double tonight.
Yeah, the second straight game at the very least right there. She's been playing really well. And I think, like you said, she's going to be key here in the second half to open up all the rest of her shooters that stay in that zone like that.
Well, I'm anxious to see how this second half will go. We have both teams coming out with about a minute and 30 until we go live again. So we will see you guys shortly when the game starts. And we are live, back in action. We have Madison Scott taking the ball out for the Mustangs. 32-29, Mustangs on top. Mathavru setting up this offense. The Knights has decided to stay in the 2-3 zone. Ball is deflected out of bounds by number 0, Mills.
That's a good decision for them coming out here. Worked for them in the second quarter. Yeah, they're going to stick to it until it doesn't work anymore.
Mathavru to Brown Turner. Cross court pass to Scott. Scott in the sweet spot, pass to King. Quick pass to Gibson. Off the mark.
Just short again there for that three. She's been short a couple times. I would have stopped that ball. Just short. She has a shot. I think she believes in it. She has repertoire to hit it. Just a couple times short there.
I would like to see her get a better shot. I'd rather not have my post player shooting threes. Even though she has the ability, I would rather her take a couple dribbles in, like you said earlier, to get a better shot.
Good defense there from Matharu, stopping that bounce pass inside the paint.
Pass
Nice.
inbound to the corner. Matharu gets her hands on it. Her Pignan with the corrals the ball, brings the ball out. 12 seconds on the shot clock. McNamara in the 2-3 zone. Pass to the corner. Back up top. Back to the corner. She drives a little runner way off the mark. Scott with the rebound. Brings it up in a hurry. Stop. Pop. Off the mark. Rebounded by number 2, Simmons.
Smart shot is rimmed out there. Back on defense, quick for Scott.
Shots off the mark. Rebounded. And a foul is called.
I'm sorry, I cannot agree with that call. You saw both defenders there. All they did was put their hands up. I'm not sure if they even attempted to touch the ball. They just put their hands up there, trying to make it a tough shot. I believe the shooter initiated the contact there, but Knights go to the line for 2.
And I agree with you. I did not see the foul call at all. And that's actually hard to teach for post players,
Yeah.
keeping your arms up, not swatting down on the ball. You know, everyone wants to be a shot blocker these
Exactly.
days. However, that was a great job. And they should have been rewarded for that one with a no call.
Next free throw is missed there. Scott with the rebound. She decides to bring the ball up, but Leah getting played tight defense on the night. She finds some space, cuts through, almost finishes there. She elevates, couldn't get it. Rebound goes to the Knights.
For Pignan bringing the ball down. Matharu Gardner, she attacks, gets a step, and is fouled from behind. That's Matharu's second foul. She has to be careful.
Mustangs need to get a stop here on defense and really try to extend this lead here in the third quarter.
Trap.
Defense, and they call a bump there.
Matharu isn't liking that one. She will head to the bench with 3 fouls. St. Cyr in for Matharu. Pass across court. Surveying the floor, pass to number 0. 3-second call.
A great call. It was interesting. Madison Scott playing tight defense. Heard the whistle. She thought the call was on her. She started grabbing her hair, trying to figure out what's going on. Mustangs ball here. Cyr bringing the ball up. St. Cyr bringing the ball up.
Knights playing the 2-3, honestly. Scott. St. Cyr. Back to Scott. Brown turn in the sweet spot. Kicks out the Hayes. Long 3. Off the mark. Ball is quickly pushed the other way. Quick advance pass. Step back 3. Way off the mark. But number 2, Simmons, was in the right place at the right time for that putback.
Knights have been doing a pretty decent job of crashing the offensive boards. Not too many over elevation grabbing boards, but just being scrappy, being in the right place, right time, coming up with some passes. That error pass is thrown out of bounds by St. Cyr. It's a turnover. The Knights ball. Tie game in here. The Knights are not afraid of Mustangs, as we can see. They're first quarter they seem jittery, but now we're seeing a more confident team out here taking shots and believing in the flow of their offense right now.
Pass inside, kicked back out. Pass down low, great pass, and it's good. The Knights take the lead for the first time tonight. 34-32 forces Coach Oliver to call a timeout. Dimitri, you and I was talking, we were not quite live yet. I had just said before the game started, the Knights are a team you do not want to keep around. You want to force your hand early and make sure you give them no life.
And that's, and like you said, that was something we were talking about before. Because this is not a bad time. This team has won some games, and they're 5-3 in the region right now. So they're not looking to even come closer to 500, I'm sure. So I think the coach is doing a good job of making sure that the team is in it, and the team believes they can come in here in this hostile environment and get a win. So the Mustangs have a actual task here tonight at home, and I think that's good for them. I think that's better to be battle tested and really go through some trials rather than skating by just off pure skill on your game. So here is opportunity for the coaches and the players to figure out what they need to do to squeeze out a win here.
And you actually hit it right on the nose, Dimitri. Team, team, team. You see the Knights playing team basketball right now. They trust in one another.
Yeah.
Right now, if you look closely, you're seeing a lot of bad body language from the Mustangs right now because they probably can't believe it themselves that they let the Knights get back into this game.
And that's where that coaching comes involved, just making sure he keeps the morale high, and they know that this is not. Calm down. It's not over. It's a lot of time here, and you can still impose your will. There's plenty of time for you to show the dominant team you can be.
Scott bringing the ball up. Surveying the court. Hayes past the Brown Turner. Pulls up off the mark. Knights coming the other way. Passes around the perimeter. Short corner. Gets it back out to 3. She attacks. Throws the ball out of bounds. Actually tried to pass the ball, but unfortunately it was out of bounds.
Scott back holding the ball, bringing the offense up. Finds a shooter over there on the wing. McPhail takes a shot. Her first shot is not going to win. Brown Turner working for the ball. Can't come up with it. Hayes tipped it a little bit while the Knights are getting back. Nice Scott playing on-ball defense here. Great hands. Shakia Brown comes up with the ball. She's pushing it up. Behind the back move. And gets to the line. She wanted to finish that one after that nice move, but she'll be going to the line here for 2.
That was a great move. Other people may look at it as that was a fancy move. No, it was much needed to get the defense on their heels and change direction.
And then put the ball into her left hand and attempt to finish with the left. That was really impressive right there for Brown Turner.
And you see she wanted that and one. She just kind of left it short when she felt the contact.
Brown Turner wants the first for 2.
It's their first free throw, looking for the second one here. And both free throws are good right here for Brown Turner. Tie game here. Knights bringing the ball up, slowing it down, getting a play call from their coach.
Mustang has resulted to just playing a half-court 2-3 zone. Hayes. Ball up top. Passed around the perimeter. Perpignan attacks. Lucky shot. Gets it to go, but it looked like a travel. Gets her hands on it in the steal. But she falls out of bounds, going the Mustangs' way.
Knights are playing really scrappy right here. Threw that ball up for a prayer. It went in off the backboard.
Scott bringing this ball up. Fake passes. Ball in the corner. Back out to the perimeter. Back to McPhail. Inside the Gibbs. Kicks back out to Scott. Hayes, travel call. That's the correct call.
For that ball a little bit earlier. She thought she had some size on the defender and could have finished over top of her.
Once again, like stated earlier, the Knights are playing great defense. They're actually holding Mustangs' best players to 9 points right now. Long three. Just rims out. Brown Turner on the run with the ball. Kicks to McPhail. And that pass was off the mark. You have to give it to a shooter in the pocket so they don't have anything else to do but just go right up with the ball.
Yeah, even if she corralled that one, they would have gave the defense some time to come there and contest that shot. Like you said, on defense, the Knights are actually doing a good job of stopping everybody, the Mustangs. Yesterday, they had about 50 points at halftime, now only 34, and it could be contributed to the fact that they have 10 turnovers. So it's interesting to see this defense really causing the Mustangs some problems.
Swinging the ball around the perimeter, gets it to the elbow. Shot is good. That's number 23, Hovis. Largest lead of the night for the Knights, 38-34. Knights on top. Hayes with the ball. Cross-court pass to Scott. Scott back to St. Cyr to Hayes. Long three. Just rims out. Rebounded by James.
That was a good shot right there that rimmed out. Mustangs need to stop here on defense.
Perpignan setting up this offense. Back up top. She attacks. Kicks out. Runner off the mark. Rebounded by James.
Great
flips
defense,
it up.
but it goes in over Hayes.
That was great defense, but she really powered that shot in.
She did.
Knights up by 6. Pass into Gibson and one.
Nice pass inside and beautiful and one thanks for Gibson. She's looking to finish his free throw. She missed the last 2 attempts, so I know she wants this one.
And that's what they needed. Hopefully that was a booster for them. Sub on the court. Number 1, Leveron. For number 2, Simmons.
Hayes working on the boards. The ball does not go out of bounds. She comes up with it, and she's a jump ball call, and it'll be going to the Knights.
That was great effort by Hayes.
It's impressive the ball didn't find its way out of bounds there in the baseline. Nice moving the ball around. Back to the corner. Good hands. McPhail snatches that ball and gives it to Gibson. Hayes bringing it up now. Wild pass. St. Cyr gets it. Hayes has it back. Gives it to Madison Scott. She's dribbling over it. She takes her defender, finishes through, and just misses at the rack right there. She's mad she had that one. Beautiful move to beat the defender. Just
$1 million move for the $1 payout. She has to finish that one.
Has to. But we need to see that more of that aggression. That was a great job of her getting to her spot and attempting to finish over top of the defender. She needs to continue with that aggressive mentality.
And right now with 2 starters on the bench, we have to have every player step up big. Attacks, reverse, off the mark. Gibson with the rebound. St. Cyr bringing it up.
And Gibson did a great job with that help defense. Scott with the ball. Pass to Gibson. Back to Scott. To Cyr. To Hayes. Good ball movement.
Cross-court pass in the corner. McPhail just rims out. Pass to the corner. 3 ball.
It is good for O'Connell.
43-36. 3 seconds left for the clock. St. Cyr.
No shot will go up there for the Knights, but that third quarter was the Knights' third quarter. That was impressive. Right now, 36-43, the Mustangs have to find a way to get offense. Their defense it needs to improve, but right now they're not able to find some open shots, and they're getting pretty decent looks, but they're just not going in right now. So I think the name of the game has to be converting on the opportunities here in this fourth quarter.
We spoke about this last game where it was a blowout game against Holy Cross, and we rewarded the Mustangs and gave them all the accolades in the world for not playing down to a team. And right now, that's exactly what they're doing. I'm not taking anything from the Knights saying that they're a bad team, but you had a large lead like that. You do not let a team rally up, match your intensity, and then going into the fourth quarter, surpass your intensity.
They have all the momentum right now, so it's up to the Mustangs to come in the second the fourth quarter starts, imposing their will. There can't be any more non-believing in they can beat this press or they can dive through these zones. So the Mustangs have to find a way to get the ball in the basket and continue to keep their defense solid. The defense hasn't been bad. It's just been the fact they haven't been able to make shots. Right now, they have 36 points. They had 50 points in the first half last game. So I believe their offense is stagnant here more than their defense not being able to stop the Knights.
Right now, we have the starting 5 back on the floor together. We have Scott, King, Brown, Turner, Gibson, and Matharu. I'm anxious to see how the pace may change in this fourth quarter. Right now, it's all or nothing. Grit. Who wants it more? Pass to the corner. Quickly trapped. Matharu attacks and is fouled.
She's looking to be physical. I can see that. I just don't want her to force any shots. I know you want to get your aggression. You want to start your aggression and get there early. Way to get fouled, but keep looking for your all your players to get open right there. ball was supposed to be in. Madison Scott was still tying the shoes there.
Pass in the corner. Brown Turner is trapped. She spins out the trap.
One-handed
Misses.
rebound for King.
Something
If
has to
anything,
be.
that should be a jump ball.
Something should have been called right there. Either a foul or a jump ball, and more so a jump ball, as you stated before. But that was a great move by Brown Turner. Spins out of the double team for that layup. But with that, as a player, you know if you're being double teamed, somebody's open.
Yeah. So it's that mixture of being aggressive and also being aggressive for your teammates. So she took that shot. It almost went in, but I like the aggression right here early in the fourth quarter.
We're seeing the Mustangs. Long three. And it's good. I was just trying to say we saw the Mustangs do something a little different, going to a 1-3-1. And that's Mataru back the other way with a runner. And it's good. We only had one possession of this, but coming out of that, coming into the fourth quarter, we had the Mustangs do a defense change to a 1-3-1, which led to that wide open three. So I believe now with this timeout on the floor, Coach Oliver is probably going to make sure everyone knows if we're going to be in this 1-3-1, we have to contest shots hard.
I wish they stayed with that hounding defense and with those full court presses. I think it was really giving the Knights some fits. So sometimes they were struggling to just get over the height. You were forcing turnovers just with your defense and with your athleticism. Right now, you're in a game of half court offense where I feel as if you should be using your ability of height and athleticism on your team to be getting some easy buckets right now. So the lack of pressure, I think, in allowing the Knights just to bring the ball up without having to look for having to beat defenders is why they're getting a lot of these open shots.
You have Hayes in for Scott playing the back line. Still in a 1-3-1, bringing the trap. Trapped on the sideline, almost thrown away. Pass to the short corner, quick shot, and it's good. That was James on the bucket. Mataru scoop layup, leaves it short. Knights with the ball, coming quickly the other way.
I thought she was going to call a travel. I saw 3 steps there. She started her dribble from outside the free throw line.
The score will be tallied 57-41. Headed to the charity stripe for one more. Mataru and Gibson checks in for Hayes and McPhail. There's still a lot of basketball to play.
Foul against 24 for the Knights. Age of James. The basket count. Subject to the game for the Knights and the Mustangs.
That free throw was good. Perpignan breaking the press by herself. Back out. Mustangs in a 2-3. Long three. Off the mark. Rebounded by King. Falls out of bounds. Gets it to Scott. Mataru on the run. Sees Brown Turner. She goes up. Leaves it short. And commits the foul out of frustration.
Those confident shots in that rhythm, we're not seeing right now from Mustangs elite players. Not really taking the confident shots they're used to. We'll see Brown Turner take that mid-range shot knowing it'll go in. Other than the field that she had to be a little bit closer. So the shot selection right now is not even what we're used to for the Mustangs. So it's actually time here in this game where they can still come back and win this game. Just have to start really getting some points here early.
Brown Turner cold. She's actually 3 for 11. Pass out to Scott. Matharu gets a screen. Long three. Way off the mark. Rebounded by Edmondson and fouled by Brown Turner.
That was a great closeout from the Knights right there on that defense. It's just really unfortunate that Leah hasn't been able to get more shots here today.
Free throw off the mark. Brown Turner with the rebound. Kicks it to Gibson. Gibson to King. Brown Turner. She attacks and is fouled. Going to the free throw line for two.
Right now, this zone that the Knights have been in for the past, I guess, 3 quarters, the Mustangs have not been able to solve it. They have not been able to find a way to dissect it and start getting points. For some reason, I'm not sure if I'm right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I see a lot of the players on the perimeter, and I feel that that's just playing into the hands of the zones where they can just play these passing lanes. She misses that first free throw. As you can play those passing lanes and just be able to get quick steals and force you into bad shots.
And you are correct, Dimitri. They had 4 players around the perimeter. Their offense just got extremely sloppy on that last possession as she hits the second free throw. Bringing on a four-court press. And the travel.
As soon as you bring that full court press, what happens? You force a turnover.
I believe the coach got a little bit weary in the beginning of the game when they got a couple of layups off of the press. But with the press, the fast tempo, you may give up a couple layups. But you have to stay with your gut and stay with your MO. Keep the pressure on. Pressure busts pipes. And we've seen that happen in the beginning of the game.
So right now the score is 43-57. The Mustangs hitting this timeout. What do you think coach is telling them in this timeout?
This timeout is a very hard timeout because I'm sure in his mind he's like, how did this happen? But I do believe that the Mustangs probably came into this game thinking this is a W. We beat them before. We know we can beat them again. But you can't come in with that mindset. You have to come in knowing that every team is going to come from your head every single game.
Yeah.
So I believe this timeout, he's probably drawing up his best play and telling them defensively, we need to stop. We have to get it brick by brick. Stops on defense, score on offense, just like that is going to get them back. Well, they're not out of this game, but it's going to get the game closer. Madison Scott to Matharu.
She thought about that deep three, knowing she needs points here. Good save. Just can't finish there. King with a strong rebound. Rebound goes Madison Scott. Open three for Aaliyah. She takes it, and it is good.
That is the first 3 of the night, but none of that matters. Big time players make big time shots. That's what the Mustangs needed. Fouled and one. She's headed to the charity stripe.
Big play there for the Knights there.
I seen one player, which was King, go over to Gibson after that foul. A foul like that, you need the whole team going to it. That's okay. Yeah. Let's get it back offensively. They have to be a unit. Matharu quickly the other way. Kicks out to King. Head fakes. Great move to find the crease and get that layup to go. 48-60. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in this fourth quarter. King stops the ball. Brown Turner with the steal. She's on the breakaway. Goes up. Missed. Leaves it short. She wanted that back. Everyone with the oohs and ahs wanted her to make that one, but she's headed to the charity stripe for the easy 2.
Number 2, Makai Simmons.
She's doing an impressive job here right now. The Mustangs are really rallying here. We're trying to cut it to 10 with 3 minutes left.
the first one. Sub in for the Knights. That's Edmondson in for number 22. Excuse me, number 23, Hovis. And I am mistaken. That was number 0, Mills. Brown Turner hits the second. 10-point game, brings on the pressure, splits the defense, breaks everyone, 2-on-1. They all rally back. Should have been a travel call.
That was definitely a travel.
Matharu, she gets the step. Great block by Matharu. But no one boxed out. Edmondson able to get that rebound and put it back.
Yeah. That was a great block. Unfortunately, it just falls into the Knights' hands right there for the quick shot.
12-point game. Brown Turner, long three. Rims out. 2.5 minutes left in regulation.
Mustangs here extending this defense all the way out.
Matharu all over it. At this point, they're leaving. They're giving the Knights too much to work with. Too much time is being taken off the clock. Matharu ball gets it back. It's clearly fouled. And it's going to be Mustangs ball.
That's about 2 minutes left there. Elias Blue trying to make a lot happen. Just lost the ball there, but
long three from the sideline. Off the mark. It's not a good shot.
That was a quick shot there.
1 minute and 45 seconds left. They have to press. 10-second violation. Mustangs ball.
23 Anna Hovis returns to the lead for the Knights.
McPhail comes in for Madison Scott. Matharu, I'm sure they're looking for a 3-point shot. That's why McPhail checked in. King to McPhail, lets it fly, and she gets it to go. Great coaching move by Coach Oliver.
That was a great shot there from McPhail. Had him drop it, but that was a good make right there.
And that's great focus by McPhail. You're putting in a player that was just sitting on the bench, cold, and she nails a three right off the bench to help the Mustangs. 53-62, Knights way. This is a ball game right here.
This is intense right here. The Mustangs never quit right here. They never quit in the game. There's opportunities where Knights win those runs and the Mustangs could have quit. They did not. The game is still much in the grabs here. It's a couple stops and some threes will definitely make this exciting end.
Here we go. A little over 1.5 minutes left in regulation. 62-53. Knights on top. Knights ball. Mustangs bringing on the pressure. Has a smaller lineup in. 2-on-1. Quick pass down low. Foul on the floor. And they will head to the charity stripe. Both teams in the double bonus.
It's nice for her to be shooting 1-1, I believe, here. It's missed here. Rebound goes to Gibson. Aaliyah with the ball, bringing it up. Quickly use her speed to go through defenders and gets fouled as she goes up. First free throw is good for Aaliyah. For the 54-62 here.
Off the mark, rebounded by Brown Turner. King gets it, goes up, just misses. And she's headed to the charity stripe for 2 more. A minute and 17 seconds left in regulation. 54-62, Knights way.
That was impressive. Both of the Mustangs crashing the boards. I believe King got her 10th rebound right there. And she has a double-double looking to get 2 free throws here. And that first one is just off.
Couple subs in for the Mustangs. We see Matharu on the sideline telling them what they're in. King nails the second. Full court press. She gets trapped, in trouble. Hayes comes away with it, gets it to Scott. Throws it away. Perpignan comes up with it.
Scott was trying to get it to King, who was asking for the ball wide open. Pass just needed more height on it. The pass was too direct there. She had her wide open right there.
Excuse me, that was number 2, Simmons, with the steal. She's headed to the charity stripe for 2. First shot's up. It's good. 9-point ball game. Eight-point ball game, excuse me. 9-point. Matharu gets it to McPhail. And she's fouled on the floor.
That was perfect. That was best case scenario to get a foul on the floor right there.
She should be headed to the free throw line for 2, and she is. A minute and 4 seconds left in regulation. There's a discrepancy on the court. The referees are talking about it. Simmons at the charity stripe. Free throws up and good.
Tight defense there. Really beats that.
Brown Turner, coast to coast, misses it. King is there. She goes up.
Good finish for King.
With a lot of contact.
Yeah, it's about 47 seconds left. 59-65.
Full timeout. Over the floor now, the Mustangs.
That was a quick foul there. Nice to be coming here to shoot free throws.
That fouls against number 12, Shea Hayes.
For Pigment to the free throw line. Misses the first free throw. Mustang still has life. 47 seconds.
So the offensive lineup in here, they're going to get that ball. They're going to look to push it up court fast and get a shot.
Shots up. It's good. Matharu bringing the ball up. They need a quick shot.
Yeah. Too much time.
Kicks to Scott. McPhail. It's blocked. They have to foul.
I don't think she even touched it. Brian's telling me I didn't even touch her.
She did not touch her.
Foul ball against the Mustangs.
And Matharu is telling Scott exactly what I was thinking. You're wide open. Nobody is open. Take the shot. Shots up, and it's good.
Oh, look at me, the ball. My Hayes, the shot in the corner. It's no good. Fighting for the rebound down low.
And Matharu is called for the technical.
This is a frustrating game here for the Mustangs right now. I know they were looking to continue the win streak here, and right now the Knights have came in and played well.
Like I said before, this is a team you cannot leave around. I believe that the Knights matched O'Connell's intensity. Excuse me, there's so much going on. The Knights matched.
There's a technical call right there, and I think she'll be off the game with those two techs right there.
I didn't even see the second technical.
She was saying something when the referee was still near.
But as long as she's not clapping towards the referee or clapping towards a player, she should not get a technical.
The Knights really were able to frustrate the Mustangs across the board. They had multiple players, coaching staff, even the fans were here shocked that they came in and played that well. She missed that free throw. She misses both those free throws there with 23 seconds left. And this is the first meeting for this. This is the second meeting. So this is the second meeting, and the Mustangs won that first one. I guess the Knights didn't forget about that game at home. They came here with a chip on their shoulder, really looking to fight for a grimy win here. With 3.3 seconds left. This free throw is good.
This is a big loss for the Mustangs. This is a game they should not have lost. So this one is going to hurt bad.
You can tell by the reaction of the player that didn't want to lose this game. They didn't expect to be down 10 with 23 seconds up here at home. And it was, I think it was a lot of handle failure. So I think she may want to play better as well. Maybe she wanted to be able to be a bigger impact.
The environment right now is even intense. We have the fans going at the fans. The fans going at the referees. It's so much going on right now. And I believe the ref is trying to figure out, was it a jump ball? Who the ball should go to after those technical fouls. And she shoots another.
This is an interesting end to this game. The fans are berating the referee here. Nice bringing the ball out. I'm sure they just want to get away and get home here with the win.
For Pigman, he's all over it. As the clock is winding down, it's a 10-point game. Gibson with the steal. Should have taken it all the way.
Three right there. There was points at the maximum which you need.
And the ball is thrown away. The Knights has walked away with this one, Dimitri. It's a heartbreak loss for the Mustangs.
Quick steal for King there.
And one.
Through contact.
And we have fans still upset about that technical foul.
This is an interesting game we saw here. We had Madison Scott in the first quarter. He was imposing her will, and she didn't score points since this first half. Second half went scoreless, and wasn't much of an impact in the second half either. I'm not sure what happened as it pertains to offense. Maybe the zone really made it difficult for her to get inside and find shots, but as a whole, the two defense teams, Brown Turner and Leah Matharu, were not able to get the offense going, but neither was anyone else on the Mustangs.
We have Matharu finishing the game with 14 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal and 1 block. And that concludes the game. The score is tallied 69-62. This is the true definition of an upset.
And I have to give all credit to the Knights team. The coaching staff, the players playing through the adversity, playing through being away, really earning this win here. And it was an impressive win for them. It was a much needed win for them in league play. And hopefully it will be a much needed loss to, I guess, humble the Mustangs at the very least. You have to learn from a loss, and you have to not want this feeling again. So this loss, hopefully they can go into the weekend and the week thinking about how they can get better so they don't have this feeling happen again.
You're absolutely correct. This is something, I don't think this is something they should let go right now. They need to know how this feels. They have to know how this feels so they can know that this should never happen again.
Yeah.
Being a top team of your caliber, you should never play down to competition. Not taking anything away from the Knights, but this should never happen.
Yeah.
You're the top team coming into this game. Right now, you have King finishing the ball, sophomore, 16 points, 12 rebounds, gets her double-double, 3 assists, 3 steals. Brown Turner was held to 13 points, 6 rebounds, and Scott finishes the game with 9 points, 7 rebounds.
It was impressive. Madison Scott had 5 shots taken in that first quarter, I believe. She was 3 for 5, and she finishes the game 3 for 7. She just really get too many more opportunities to make things happen. And I think that aggression was lost in between passing through the zone, trying to find open shots. So I really think that nice defense did what they wanted to do, which was force the Mustangs to take uncomfortable shots, and it led to them winning the game. And you said Jaquita Brown Turner was 3 for 12. Which is not usually how well she plays. She had 4 turnovers. It wasn't a great game for her.
And I'm looking at the stats right now. Looks like the Mustangs only made 2 threes tonight. That's unheard of for this team.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's a learning experience. I'm sure this one hurts. Matharu came in that last quarter before she got ejected. She was on fire. She brought them in closer range, but a little too late. It was a great fight. It was a great job, but a little too late.
Yeah.
But that's the end of the game. Mustangs take their third loss of the season. We're coming back to you. I'm getting the schedule up here for you guys. We'll be coming back live January 23rd at 7:30 as the boys varsity team takes on Bishop Ireton. Should be a great game. We will see you guys soon. Once again, I'm Shanice Lee. This is Dimitri Antonio with CJ Productions bringing you this Mustang Media.
Thank you guys for watching.